Welcome to the Subs Bench, episode 16, which is actually a season review, 2020. We'll have a look back at the COVID year, how it went. We're on Dusty's deck.
His big deck
again.
Big old deck.
And it's pretty warm out here, boys.
It's a warm deck.
It's cooled down a bit, luckily.
Bit of a breeze coming in, but yeah,
Could be cooler.
it's certainly not the aircon conditions of Peninsula Power's function room.
Fucking here we go.
Yeah.
Let's jump right in, I think. NPL. We'll start at the top, I suppose. Why not?
Funny. It's funny we're speaking about that.
Yeah.
Premiership winners, Peninsula Power, boys.
Hey, well done, Peninsula Power. Benny,
Well done,
Yeah.
Ben.
congratulations.
5 points in the end.
Really?
It
That's
looked-
unanimous.
Walked it.
Yeah. Did
Say
walk
that,
it.
mate. Let's get the white elephant out of the way. The two weeks to go, they brought up the most wins instead of
that's
goal
right.
difference.
That was
Yeah,
right.
I do
Bit of
remember
controversy.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have mattered in the end, would it?
In the end, it wouldn't.
No.
But
But it could
and
have.
look, I'm gonna be fair here because I know that anyone, for example, from Olympic or Brisbane City, it looked like that could affect them as well from
City,
the
yeah.
bottom. The most wins thing is different. We know that, and I think it helped us going into that Kapalabar game because we knew a win, that was it.
Yeah.
Whereas if it was goal difference, we'd have needed the win and potentially a bit more against Lions the week after. Psychologically, I'll tell you that it eased nerves a little bit, so it probably helped us.
Would do.
But yeah,
It's what it is. That's the rules that was it put in after COVID? Or
I think
before
it was
the start of the year. At the start of the year.
It was
Right at the
always
start
a
of the
thing.
year, I
It
think.
was just never made a big deal out of.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it in the end it was 5 points, but there was a nervy, I'd say about 5 or 6 games leading up to towards the end where
Scraped it against Raw Youth.
City, Raw Youth, like these games
Yeah,
by
yeah.
the odd goal.
Yeah.
Strikers was 3-2, and then we scored right at the end. But it was nervy business, like.
Probably the best way to win a league, though, isn't it? Grind it out.
Yeah, and sometimes you think it's different chasing.
Yeah,
I think
true.
we might have discussed this last time, whether you're chasing or being chased. And I think when you're chasing, there's less pressure.
Yeah.
Just you've got to keep doing what you're doing. But
When you're on top, you're sort of looking behind you.
you always, especially, and I'll give them a lot of credit here. Olympic were coming on with a wet sail, and
Yeah.
we just knew they're not going to drop points. And even that City game right at the end of the season, I know they dropped a couple there, but league was gone. They were looking at the week after. They weren't dropping points, and we knew that. And I think we thought if we drop any points, they're going to pounce. So yeah,
They
give them
kept
a lot of credit.
they kept getting better. Just kept
Yeah,
getting
they were a
better
strong
the
team.
longer the season went on.
Good side.
Yeah.
As was evidenced in the Mpl Team of the Year. That was like 6 out of 16
Yeah.
from Olympics. So we'll obviously at some point in either this episode or the second part of this episode pick our own Mpl Team of the Year.
Yep.
But they were a good side.
Yep. So Power winners, Olympic close runners up. Well,
Yeah, no, you'd have to say they
push
were.
you all the way,
Up
really.
until the last
like
week,
if
there was one.
they
one
drew
game.
a City, right?
They drew with them. It could have been 3
so,
points.
Yeah, 3
Could have been
points.
3 points.
Okay.
And then the finals, we obviously got done off Lions and the officials the week before. And then,
Hang on, wait. Sorry.
We're not just going to brush past that, are we?
no, well,
Controversial.
Tell us all about it.
just look at the videos, lads. Anyone who was there will tell you the same thing. It was poor. You get them though. We've been on the right end of decisions all year. I know you're trying to put words in my mouth here,
I'm not trying to do anything.
but
I was.
sometimes you get good days, sometimes you get bad.
Yeah.
My personal opinion, we got shafted that day, and
Against Lions too.
against Lions.
As much as like you say, you got shafted. Like, it's easy to care when you win a final. For like, if you just won the league, does it make it easier to cop though? Like,
I'd rather go beat 2-0 and Lions battered us.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
What was
So-
the score?
4-1 in the end.
4-1. Okay.
But
2 red cards, right? 2 red
yeah,
cards?
but the second one didn't make any difference. That was
90.
right at the end of the
Okay.
game. That was 4-1 with a minute to go.
Yeah.
But Roper getting sent off after 25,
Yeah.
it was disappointing.
Was that controversial as well?
There was
Actually,
two yellows and
but the second one wasn't. I think I did watch the highlights, and I'm pretty sure the second one was a bit soft, wasn't
I
it?
thought both were soft, man.
Soft.
Both.
Yeah. Okay.
I
I can't
will-
remember the first one, but the second one was definitely soft.
I thought a couple of the Lions players in particular
Yeah,
were
that's right.
making
They carried
meals of
on,
everything.
didn't they? Yeah.
They were carrying on like pork chops. But
They won.
They
they won.
Yeah.
Fair play. They went and won the final as well. I thought
Yeah.
they were brilliant in the final defensively, and I thought they got under Olympic skin a little bit. That being said, I think Olympic could have had at least 2, maybe 3
Yeah.
penalties.
I saw the one with Lofthouse in the first half, which.
Pen.
Yep.
It's a pen.
Was that Tomo's from behind?
Yep.
The reverse
It's a
angle,
pen.
it was outside the box. I'm pretty sure someone had the other side, the other angle was outside the box. Did you see that one?
I saw the one from the far end initially. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was out that night.
Were you on the grandstand side?
No, I didn't go to the game.
Oh, okay.
But
right.
I was out for a meal, and
Yeah.
someone sent a video from the far end, and I thought, all right, he's probably got the ball there, you know.
Yeah.
And then when you saw it on the tee, I watched it the next morning, side on, and I was like,
I'm pretty
that's
sure.
a pen. Like,
I saw every angle on the SEQ football
I thought it was
Facebook
a pen.
page.
And what
from
did you think,
The,
Dust?
the Olympic supporters.
I'm saying no. Ben's saying yes.
I thought it was a foul. I couldn't see if it was in the box or
Yeah.
not.
yeah,
it's
right.
a foul for
Definitely
me.
a foul.
You don't
I thought it was a-
100%. No,
I
it's
thought it was
100%
a
a foul.
yeah.
Last man probably if it's not a pen, it's definitely a foul in my
It's
opinion.
definitely a foul
And
for me.
and it's almost last man. Don't know if it's a red card because
And
he's
then
kind of gone.
they had 2
The 2 in the
late
second
game.
half?
I thought the first one
Yeah.
was. The second one I can take or leave. But honestly, if you're asking us to really go out on a limb, I thought that was as well.
Yeah.
I thought they could have had 3 pens.
I think the 2 in the second half were way more, especially one of them, I think right near the end was definitely
Yeah.
stone cold penalty. You see them given, if that's not the last 10 minutes of a grand final, that's a penalty.
Yeah.
The ref's giving that every day of the week, but it's because it's a grand final and something actually, oh shit, I actually have to
Yeah.
make a big call. That's what annoys me to say, like with the Roper incident. They're so card happy to give out the first yellow card that they back themselves into a corner that if something like the second one could be touch and go, it's like, well, that's no worse than what you've just given the first yellow.
Yeah. And it's hard then to say, oh, one more.
Yeah.
Like-
you can't say that. Yeah, anyway, that's for the rest of them.
Saros got away with one.
Yeah, okay.
Not a pen.
Not a pen, just a bad tackle. Oh, yes, in the first half.
It was knee high.
Yeah,
Look,
that
I know
was
he hasn't intended to do
naughty.
it.
Very
But
naughty.
if you slow it down,
Yeah.
as all tackles do, it looks bad.
But at the end of the day, Lions did what Lions do.
Yeah,
and
that-
that's grind out results.
The
and
ground out result, they found a way
Winners win.
to beat that Olympic team that no one
Hashtag
else
winners
had done.
win.
Hashtag winners
We've seen
win.
it everywhere.
Um,
And it's true. They do.
But
They
you know
win.
what? Actually, because I did watch it back the next morning, I thought it was a hard-fought game of football. It's good, like a good grand final between 2 good teams.
I spoke to a few of the Olympic boys and they basically just said like biggest game of the year and they just didn't turn up. Basically, like they saved probably their not worst performance, but one of their
Just
not
dropped
as good
below par, yeah.
Worst
performance,
result, maybe.
Below their standards.
below their stands for their biggest game of the year, which is disappointing. But
It was. I was glad that Olympic were there
yeah,
because I thought they deserved to be, but also like some of their players, they like screamed to me like big game players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously it went
It's
against
tough.
them, but
tough.
But again,
three
like-
grand finals in a row, 3 losses is like that's tough to take.
Lions though they've been there and they've won finals.
Yeah, they got a lot of experience too.
I think people went into that Olympic game thinking, people went into the grand final, just thinking, Olympic will win this.
I
did.
was that guy.
I thought
was like,
Olympic
it's
would
their
win.
time to win a grand final.
I just thought
I thought it was Olympic
players they
by
had
how
going
many
forward,
to an
they were
extent.
strong at the back. Like you got Steve White in the middle of the park, like pulling strings.
But then the players that they leave on the bench, that you have to leave on a bench like for a grand final or for any game that
Yeah.
they can just bring on at whatever point they need.
yeah, they were strong.
I
They
had
battered
them.
us when we played them in the league.
I spoke to
Could have been
I
6-0
spoke
at half
to Danny Cunha, and he was like the best footballing team we'd played all year was Olympic.
Yeah, it was.
Coming from Power,
question.
who won
No
it,
question.
but like at the end of the day, Power had the runs on the board. But like when these guys faced off against each other, he thought, especially they beat you at home.
We won at their place, they won at ours.
Yeah, I think
It was
when
right at the
you-
start of the season.
But
when
we
you
beat
guys
them
played
at their place pre-COVID, and I will say this: COVID helped them
Oh,
because they were able
100%.
to bring in some quality players.
The-
Without COVID, they weren't finishing.
Nah. Well, we went.
Second.
I went and watched them when they played East, and I think they drew at Goodwin, and I didn't think like
Just pre-COVID.
Yeah, pre-COVID.
Yeah, pre-COVID.
I didn't think.
I thought they were pretty.
I thought they were
ordinary,
going to
be
miss the
fair.
4, to be honest, with what I saw.
I think they'd have snuck in. I
Yeah.
think Ben Khan's a good coach and he'd have got
He is
them
a
there,
very good coach,
but they
yeah.
certainly wouldn't have threatened to win it.
No, that's
They
fair.
certainly wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Not without the additions who will come to at a certain point in the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, notable mentions. I want to give mention to. I thought Moreton Bay did a lot better than people probably expected.
I think COVID helped Moreton Bay as well. If they're
Well, they started off. They did okay before that. They had. I know they had a
Okay.
bad Mackay result, which kind of got.
Yeah.
But
I think
they
I'm
beat
just
Strikers
talking
well.
like from my point. Like we played them pre-COVID pre-season, then we played them in the post-COVID pre-season, and I
Played them
thought,
twice, yeah.
we played them twice. I thought there was a massive change between
Yeah.
the first game. I thought, not
Okay.
okay. Second game, I thought they're decent. They're mid-table NPL.
I suppose
top
as
of the
well,
top
like-
half of mid-table.
That gave, because Royce Brownlee was still new.
Royce came in late, and this is why I kind of give him credit. He came in later than probably any other coach did.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. So the
maybe COVID
break,
did help because he got a
Yeah.
fresh pre-season with them.
I think so. It would
But
have.
the injuries they had,
Yeah,
especially at the back,
yeah,
and they really came strong.
yeah. They did. No,
And Redlands, the other team I want to mention.
Yeah,
No one
Redlands.
gave them
No,
the lickings
Yeah,
of a
well,
dog.
no one
No,
thought they were
no one did.
surviving.
he's done.
He's done really well.
Jordan
Jordan
Manning?
Manning.
Yeah, he's done an excellent job there to keep them up.
No budget.
No budget, but that's a great example of like guys that want to play for a club and guys that want to play for a manager or
Yeah.
a coach. Like obviously, there was a lot of passion. No one gave him a chance. We didn't give him.
No.
We spoke in the Tim Brown episode, and
You
we
just
said they're
assumed they were
relegated,
gone.
and they pulled it out. So very well
fair
done.
play.
Yeah, and especially I think considering because they weren't down the bottom by themselves. Like they
No.
were down there fighting it out with 3 or
Yeah.
4 other clubs.
It was more interesting because like obviously the relegation went down to the last game.
And
Didn't it?
let's face it, if Brisbane City weren't in the relegation battle, it wouldn't have been as interesting. But the
No.
fact that Brisbane City were was a big deal for everyone.
It still is, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'm still like waiting to wake up to the news that it's like
I don't think it's coming, mate.
No, I don't think
I
it's coming
think
either.
everyone's waiting for that. But yeah,
it's Brisbane City will play in the FQPL next year.
early favourites too.
from a Rochdale
Have to be.
point of view, I was hoping they would stay in the NPL because that's
Yeah,
a massive club to be.
Yeah.
That's a club that doesn't want to be in the QPL for much longer than
more
the
than one
season.
year.
Especially with the signings that they've
They've
made.
signalled
Yeah.
that
as
intent.
well.
Oh, they've signalled their intent.
They've signed
That's
some
fair.
quality players, so they'd be early favourites for sure.
But
Yeah.
Hey everyone, just letting you guys know that loyal sponsor of the show, Mr. Mark Cruz, has actually opened up his own Bank of Queensland branch in the prestigious suburb of New Farm. So same deal, anyone wants some top banking advice, please go visit Mark at his new branch and check it out and show some support to someone who is putting support back into the local game. Disclaimer, Mr. Mark Cruz is no longer single, lady, so unfortunate for those who missed out, but I would like to personally take a little bit of credit for that as I plugged his credentials on the last ad. So well done, Mark, on both factors of your life. Cheers.
deservedly went down, I think you'd have to say. Any team that
Yep.
finishes with
Well,
the least amount of points.
Yeah.
Yep.
And but that's the beauty of the league as well, because they 2 weeks prior to the end of the season they battered Capalaba
5-1.
5-1 or 5-0 or something like
No,
that.
it's 5-1. There was a funny own goal involved in that game. I
That's
think.
right. Right.
There's
at the
a
end.
there's a
It's
funny
very funny.
incident at the end as well. But like they battered Capalaba. Capalaba stay up 2 weeks later, and
I think
they had the
Capalaba-
runs on the board from earlier.
They've got
so-
the runs on the board.
Yeah,
as
exactly.
you say. They'd done enough halfway. They got pulled back into it, but
Well, I think they did well to start the season, and then they had that run of games just post COVID where it looked like they might struggle
Yeah.
because of who they were playing against. And they managed to scrap a few good results, and got what they needed to get out of it. So, yeah, I mean, the table doesn't lie.
No, it doesn't. And they went a long run of games without a win or without any points, I think. So, yeah, they're down, and that'll be a good competition next year, I think.
Will be.
Rochdale have started to sign quite well.
Toowoomba will be strong.
Toowoomba, and
Michi.
one or two of the others will strengthen.
Sunny
So
Coast, I think.
You take
Fire.
thing is you take out Logan, but then you add City to it.
Yeah.
You don't really lose
No.
much there,
No.
if anything at all. So, and then the other teams strengthen as well because everyone wants to get out of that league.
Yeah.
I think it'll continue to get stronger, especially now with FQPL 2 coming in, whatnot. You know, teams actually have a reason to not finish last now. So
True. Well, we'll go into that and the formation of the clubs down the track. We've obviously started talking about the QPL and Logan. So Logan obviously won promotion. Looked like they might shit their pants again towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
But got over the line. I was
They
quite
did.
surprised that they won that Mitchie game as well as they
So
did.
did I. I thought Mitchie.
If they're going to win, it's going to be nervy.
that was the
Yeah.
week after we played them.
Yep.
Yeah.
You must have beat them, and then they went to Mitchie.
We
needing
beat them.
the win, not even a draw.
I think.
They needed to win. Yeah.
Like for us, because we were obviously we weren't going to get promoted.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of chat and there was a lot of banter between the fans and stuff like that on social media and that SCQ page or whatever.
Got a bit silly.
got a bit silly. But the fact was for Rochdale, for us, is we had to win to keep our top 4 hopes alive, and we weren't going to get promoted. So it was a grand final for us. So we turned up, and they turned up. And honestly, they turned up. We were warming up, and they had someone playing "We Are the Champion." So like automatically, we were going, "These guys are not beating us at home in front of this crowd." So like, and they didn't, and they didn't beat us all year.
The thing was, I think we sort of knew.
So the little brothers went up.
Regardless of what happened, they were probably going to go up anyway.
They were going to go
but
up
not
regardless.
on our ground.
And they deserved to go up. They were the best team all year. So
well, again, the table doesn't lie. And you get to that last week where they need to win, and Southwest had the bye, so they couldn't do anything more.
I thought Mitchie would have given them more of a run, to be honest.
And that's what I thought.
And
I
Logan
thought, you know
battered
what?
them.
Last game, like, pressure's on them. Just chuck a couple of balls up, like, make it horrible, play in their half for a bit. But looking at the highlights, it was
Very
pretty
one-sided to me.
Pretty
yeah.
comprehensive, like, pretty easy.
Yeah, I suppose as well, Mitch had sort of cemented their spot, and they couldn't go up or down from where they were, so it was a bit of a,
and as far as Mitchie concerned, Logan are just like anyone else, really.
Yeah, they're not really.
It's not like a rivalry.
No.
I know that they had that game a few years ago with Sam and Croyd's, but
a lot of water
different
under the
coaches,
bridge from
different
there.
players.
I think
it's irrelevant
in the
now.
QPL, Logan, they were definitely the best side all year. And in the grand final, the top 2 teams deservedly played.
Went to
the
extra
grand final.
time.
Yeah.
It was pretty fair.
Yeah,
The way it
think,
played out, I thought.
I think, I thought maybe Thunder might have pipped them in the final just because it was
Job
getting
done.
promoted was such a big
They went
achievement
close.
for Logan.
There about 5 minutes left when Jed Brown scored that goal?
Yeah,
it was
Taking
late.
extra time.
Yeah, it was late.
Then a pen.
Pen. So, that's all she wrote.
So congrats to Logan. They'll be in the NPL next year.
I think they'll do well too.
I think their
I think
first
they will
game's
do
against us.
Oh, it's the Premiers versus
The Premiers,
Premiers, yeah.
if they're still doing that, it should be.
They've also added some good players already.
Yeah.
So
I've seen
Yes.
it signed about 27 players already. If you look at the, where people announcing signings,
they've
like
added
5 a
quality.
day.
Like Ryan Palmer from the Strikers.
Yeah.
Just one, and like a few others that have gone there. Like you look and you think, shit, they're going to be pretty good.
They'll go well. BPL, St George Willawong,
Invincibles.
Invincibles. Pretty impressive that,
Yeah.
because that league, for all that you say it's a step down. Like
It's very
there's a
competitive.
handful of teams in that BPL who are better than half the QPL.
Yeah.
You'd have to say
I'd say the top sort of 4 or 5 teams.
St
probably-
George, Albany Creek, Toowong, Grange.
The teams as they are now.
I'm probably missing someone who finished above one of them, but those 4 in the last, those 3 in the last 2 or 3 years have almost been at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have been.
Oh, there's no doubt they'll be competitive.
They'd be competitive as BPL clubs.
Yeah.
If you had to take out all the visa spots, they wouldn't be competitive.
Yeah, that's
so
it.
it is.
That's fair.
It is. Yeah. as they stand, like in an FFA Cup format, would definitely be in their top half of QPL.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see what would happen if some of those clubs came in and they were under those same rules, because
you're going to find out, yeah.
Because they'll need to get rid of players, but I think you'll find a lot of players will want to go play there as well. Like the likes of Grange, like Albany Creek and whatnot.
And Grange.
Did Albany Creek get FQPL too?
No, they didn't.
They didn't.
I don't think they went for it though.
Fair.
I think they went for it. So
okay.
Grange got it.
Grange got it, yeah.
And they've got. I think they had about 5.
Grange is like a
types.
Yeah. Grange is a big club. Like they're going to have players that are going to want to go and play there. So.
Grange are one of them clubs that I think if someone gets it right over a 2 or 3 year spell and gets them going, there's a bit of potential there.
I think so.
I always like going to watch games at Grange. You know,
it's a nice
certain clubhouses that you just like having a drink, watching a game of football.
Yeah.
And it's usually the ones that have got a big stand and you're at the back of it and you're watching from halfway.
Yeah.
Like Brisbane City. I like going to watch. I like going to Strikers. I like going to Brisbane City.
Yeah.
Grange is one. I know it's slightly different standard, but Rochdale's now.
Yeah, Rochdale's now is a good one.
They're just good place to watch your footy.
Yeah, I agree. No,
So-
it's
You go to Capalaba, the worst place to watch football.
Yeah, I don't like being behind the goal.
Nah.
I never liked when I was at Bayside and Holland Park. Like when everyone's behind the goal.
yeah, it's
But it's behind the goal and then 30 metres back. I think that's the problem at Capalaba.
Oh, if you get a big crowd there,
Yeah,
you can still generate a good atmosphere. Like
yeah,
I've been, and Billy will be the same. He's been at Bayside and Holland Park when I've been there. When you get good crowds behind the goal in the bar, you almost want to be attacking them.
yeah.
Attacking that end where you've got lots of support, because you want to celebrate down that end, and it feels better.
We always at East, we always used to try and run towards the clubhouse
Second half,
even though we had no one watching us. But
What did Blench used to call it? The pig pen?
it was it was a
pig pen.
Because back in the day before they did the renovations,
deck
it used to
and
be
all that.
like a caged off area. So yeah,
Pine Rivers used to have a pig pen.
pig pen, yeah.
Yeah,
Pine Rivers are back. I saw Cap 3
I saw
or
that
something
actually.
like
I
that,
did.
which was good to
Were
see.
you playing that? I think it was Holland Park or Bayside. It was Bayside. We had a reserve team semi-final at Pine Rivers, and I was warming up, and they were giving Scotty Brittag loads of shit, and I was about 30 yards out, and I just pinged this ball aiming for them, like just to shut them up. Fucking one of them's gone to have a drink and smashed his glass in front of his face, and you've done it. Went, oh fuck. So we've kind of went to the far end to warm up, just in case we didn't hit anyone, and I got away with it, like, but.
So it was intentional.
Till
It was
now.
intentional, but I
Sorry
didn't mean
to
to hit someone's glass. I just meant to hit him. So
hope he's
Well,
listening.
30 yards away.
Get in the comments if you're that guy.
Good effort, to be fair.
That Ben Ryan hit. The Paul
No,
Scholes.
one of the
35.
guys who was with him coaches at Penn Power now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Philpa.
no, it wasn't Philpa. It was Wayne Heath. So but yeah, fair play at St George.
Yep.
Fantastic effort that.
Great effort.
Cap 1, Samford. So Terry
TK.
Kirkham.
Yep.
They're our
sponsor of the show.
Yeah, friend of the show.
Runaway comfortable winners of that league, I think.
Yep.
TK is the type of coach, and you've played for him.
Yeah.
Might take him a few weeks to get them going, but
Yeah.
once he establishes what you got to do
Yeah.
in his system and weeds out lads who are not prepared to do what he wants,
Yeah.
like he generally does
The year
well.
that he had us at Olympic, like I think if we didn't have like the injuries that we had, we would have probably won the league that year.
Yeah.
Like we were flying, and yeah, he's polarizing. Like you either love him or hate him. I personally really really liked him and really liked his methods, but he was one of those guys that was like you felt like he always had your back. You know what I mean? Like one of those coaches, like win, lose or draw. Like he'll come in and rip shreds off you,
When
but
it's
then like
deserved.
the next
Yeah.
week he's like arm around the shoulder, sort of like he's a good lad. I like him. So I'm happy for him that he got them promoted and then moved on
to Cabo,
Yeah.
which again we'll touch upon later. But I went to watch them one game actually. I think it might have been a week and we didn't have a game, and it was just down the road at Virginia. It's like 15-20 minutes. I thought
up the devs.
I'll pop down and watch a game. Went down, and I think Virginia at the time might have been about 4th. Sanford were top, but they were kind of vying with maybe Athletic might have been the team. And I think they ran out 3-1 winners in the end, but typical Terry Kirkham team, solid at the back, structured, and created chances with through balls.
We played them in pre-season, and it was like the first game of pre-season, and that, I mean, we beat them, but it was pretty even. Like, it was pretty end-to-end. Like, they were missing like some of their better players as well, so they were you could tell that they were going to be more than competitive in Cap 1.
Yeah.
So, good stuff.
Cap 2, Pine Hills, friend of the show.
Another friend of the show. Yeah.
I think they ran away with it as well.
The table basher.
Yeah, the table basher.
Stacked team for Cap 2.
For that level.
Yeah.
And again, deserved winners.
Another guy that all the players get around. So run through walls for him.
Hey guys, Tom Carroll from Total Compression here. If you're looking for the best quality compression gear that Queensland/Australia/the world has to provide, please visit www.totalcompression.com.au. Check out our products and keep an eye out on our social media platforms for special deals and some great bargains coming into Christmas. Ciao.
So I didn't actually get out to watch a game. I got out to watch a friendly. They played Powers 20s.
Oh, yeah.
But, looking at the team that they had, they were always going to win it, I think.
Yeah.
It was just how comfortable, and in the end, I think it was pretty comfortable.
Yeah,
so
I think
it seemed that way. I mean, it's easier said than done, though, isn't it? Like, you can have a stacked team, then there's pressure on you, so you have to go out and do it.
Sometimes it doesn't work.
Exactly.
We've all seen a stacked team that...
And it looks worse.
Yeah.
Too many egos. Yeah. And then it falls apart very quick.
Very quick, yeah.
So... And then Narangba...
Yep.
Cap 3 winners.
Yep.
Didn't that go down to the last game of the season?
I think so.
Springfield?
Against Springfield, yeah.
At Narangba. And I think Narangba needed the draw. Springfield might needed... If they didn't need a win, they might need a win by a couple.
Okay.
But either way, Narangba got up.
Yep.
And so they'll jump up to Cap 2 next year.
Yep.
Don't know too much about that level because I didn't get out and watch any.
Nah, me neither.
But I think they had a few of the old Caboolture lads because Nathan Walker, the coach, went there.
Actually,
and he took...
were you at East when Bubba was there?
Bubba?
Yeah, Bubba was there. Mark Atherton.
Did he play full season? Or?
I don't know. He's a handy player when he's fit.
Man, he was good.
Yeah,
so talented.
Good.
Yeah.
No, I know that they had a few good ones. So they've gone there and done the business. NPLW, Gold Coast United won the league.
Yep.
And
Lions grand final.
Lions won the grand final. They beat Logan.
Okay.
So I know that Gold Coast won it. And then you had Lions, Kapalaba and Logan made up the top 4.
Lions clean sweep. Finals. NPL.
Finals, yeah. Yeah, well, if you remember, I think it was on the news the day after, all them celebrating together.
Okay.
In the changing rooms and whatnot, so... celebrate. They were just singing, mate. They were singing.
I was going to mention the wedding that happened grand final.
Oh, yeah, we can talk
Was that grand final day? Or?
Was it grand final?
It was against you guys, wasn't it?
Semi-final.
Semi-final.
Yeah.
Semi-final.
Boring.
So we'd heard the week before, or a couple of weeks before, the Borean would miss the Saturday if we played the semi-final on a Saturday, but he was back for the Sunday because he got married on the Saturday.
Yeah.
Couldn't do that, but if it was a Sunday, he's okay. We were always going to play the Saturday. That was never in question because it's good for the families to turn up and watch.
Yeah.
So we beat them in the league the week
Course
before, and there was half a thought that he was missing next week. So we're thinking, well, look good here because we beat them 3-0, and even in the first 20 of the semi, I thought we were the better team. But he turned up, and we found out he was going to turn up because he'd asked if there was an area he could section off for the bridal party the week before. So we thought, is he playing mind games or not? Anyway, we planned that he was going to play, and sure enough, he turned up in a Ferrari. And he got out and he's had his suit and that on, and he just walked on. I started laughing.
Did he lock it? I hope he locked it.
Fuck, I would hope so, and keep a ring.
Yeah.
And then his missus came in the wedding dress, and there was an area that sat halfway line watching the game. I think maybe his bridesmaids and that might have sat around. And he...
What a way to spend your wedding night, hey?
Yeah.
Oh, well, the night he stayed in a hotel.
Pen lager.
He was typical Borean. He was pulled off fucking worldy.
Yeah.
absolute worldie in the second half. So, yeah.
There's probably not that many blokes
It was
who
on
could
the
just
TV.
rock up from their wedding and
It was on TV. I saw it
win a semi-final
400
and-
times.
Yeah, it was on 2 or 3 different things.
Yeah.
So,
Flogging a dead horse.
Fair play. Like,
Nah, fuck.
fair
Fair play to
dedication.
him. Fair play to his missus too.
Well, she plays football, I think.
Yeah, that
She kind of understands.
because I
It's a big game.
it was.
I did not turn up.
Yeah.
when
Well, I didn't either.
that
for
was
your
against
wedding.
Power too.
Actually, yeah, it was.
and we got you in the 4 because I think we're
Yeah.
anyway.
I think one of the boys made the trip up.
But I mean,
afterwards,
like
but
each their own. My wedding day, I couldn't care less about
To-
playing football. But I mean,
to be fair as well, his probably wasn't scheduled during the season.
No, you're
yours
right
was,
too.
so I
Yeah,
think-
yeah. Anyway, that's for a different day.
A lot of those girls at the NPLW got gigs with the Raw too.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
Because they
that's-
can kind of jump in and out.
Yeah,
can't they?
that's-
Yeah, and
they
also
can, eh? It's a
probably
bit-
maybe like limited with players coming back from overseas or players have gone overseas
Yeah,
and
true,
got on
they
better
can't.
contracts or whatever, but opens up the
you
door for
wouldn't
them.
see as many like Americans coming over here. I'd say with COVID.
Probably
and
not.
whatnot.
Yeah.
Probably not.
So-
Maybe a
But I
better,
mean, it's-
better local showcase at
Was there like 6 or 7 that went to the Raw, and there's a couple.
Yeah.
Like one went to Victory, one to City, and whatnot. So
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
that is cool.
On that, then, I thought a great concept was the NPL All Stars.
Yeah, very
Against, they played the Raw one Saturday, and then the following Saturday it was like the New South Wales, the
State of
Origin,
Origin,
style.
yeah.
Queensland.
And I was at both,
Yep,
actually, and one of them was up at the Dolphins where they played the Raw.
yep.
So popped round the corner to watch that one, and I missed the women's game in that one, but I watched the men's, and the Raw
Battered.
raced out to 5-0 at half time,
Yeah.
which is unfortunate. Second half's a bit more competitive, to be fair, and
That
finished
was
5-2.
That was the week the Olympic boys were away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were on
AJ
the-
came back, and Ito played.
Okay.
Yeah.
Most of the Olympic boys were away anyway,
Yeah,
but they came back for.
they came
next
back
week.
the
They
week
were-
after,
and the Lions
strengthened
boys were
the
away.
Squad. Then the Lions boys missed.
I'm
the
surprised they
second
played so well on the following
So,
Like,
Saturday.
how good was that? Queensland, New South Wales, like piss down rain. Like for
It was
me,
good.
sitting at home watching it on the live stream was awesome. But yeah, like it was a pretty cool concept. Like
Great concept.
Great concept.
Curry Park,
Very good
like what-
concept.
Yeah, it was the one thing I will say, and I spoke to Ben Conn through the week. There was a football Queensland meeting. I was talking about that game. Just the way it was picked for me. Like, I get that the team of the year that's 3-2-1s and other coaches picking teams, and I get that there has to be a recognition of that honour. So maybe if you play the Raw with that squad of 18,
like
Yeah.
a reward for
a reward for being in the team of the year that's picked based on 3-2-1s and other coaches, whatnot.
Yeah.
With the State of Origin one, and we touched upon this before we came on, and I said this to Ben Castle, like when you've got that many pullouts, I said, did you get to pick who came in? He went, nah, like whoever was out, they just went the next name off the list.
regardless of
So
positions
that's how
yeah.
it's picked. It's basically whoever got the most points.
Yeah.
But you know, for a State of Origin, do you not think it's a little bit different?
Pick a team to win.
Pick a
that.
team to win an Origin game, and people might say, well, surely you pick the best players. Do you though? Like,
But the thing is,
Yeah.
like, you might have 4 of the best players in the same position. Like, you're not going to pick all 4.
Yeah.
When you're going out to win a game.
Well, there's
Like,
some.
there's certain lads that you want in a team. If your life depends on, and I know your life does not depend on an end of season kickabout with New South Wales, but if it's a State of Origin, you
Yeah.
really want to win that game.
Like 2 guys that come to mind from Power would be like a Cunha and a Roper.
And a Cristani, who was
Well,
in
Cristani
the team.
was in the
He
team.
was in that
But
team, and
like-
he played well.
You know, guys that missed out.
Yeah.
But also,
Like they're 2 guys that come to mind from a club like Power.
they won the league.
I'll tell you,
They're
someone
winners.
else who flings to mind is Nathan Reardon.
Yeah, we
Like,
spoke about that. Yeah,
we've-
Reardon's-
Can roll people up.
No one likes to play against Reardon.
he'd be like the Dane Gay
But
guy of
you want him in your team
NPL.
all the time in a must-win match.
Yeah.
Because you
He
know
always pops up.
he is, one, he'll pop up with important goals,
yeah.
but 2, he will get under your skin. You know when they beat us in the semi? I knew it was his last game if they got knocked out or whatever.
Is he hanging him up?
I believe so.
Okay.
I might have revealed something that he might be playing next year, but we were under the impression he was knocked on the head.
Yeah.
And I'm sat on the bench, and the ball's gone forward, and one of the lads has won a flick on or something, and they've gone through and scored anyway. And fair enough, they've gone through the score, and I'm sat there, fucking a bit pissed off. And then just out the corner of my eye, Reardon just comes across to their bench and just says to their bench, but kind of says it towards us, but looking that way so we can hear, we get the benefit of what he's saying. Just keep putting it in the air, they're fucking shit in the air. And I'm sat there, and you know, you just know that I was like, fuck off, Reardon. Really vexed in that. But you'd want him in your team in that kind of situation, or you'd want him in the squad.
Yeah.
Because you just know that even if he's not on the park, he's warming up and just saying something to get under the skin of someone.
Yeah.
And fair play, he's got under my skin for fucking years.
Yeah.
Are you wanting to buy business assets or motor vehicles? Do you need experienced business advice in tough times and you're not sure who to trust or talk to? Terry Kirkham, with over 30 years of experience, and his firm Global Business Auctioneers and Valuers with its range of services can help you. Global provides consulting advice on business exit strategies, risk positioning, restructuring and more, business and business asset valuations, and business asset sales through their online auction platform or tender sales. Check Global out at www.globalauctioneers.com and www.globalvaluers.com, or call Terry directly on 1300 557 112 for a chat.
So, but yeah, people like that, you know,
I agree. I think that it's
the coach should be able to
courses
pick
like
his 18 that he really wants.
Yeah, there's the All-Star or the the vote space, whatever.
Yeah.
Plays against the Raw maybe. And then if you're going to have like a year-on-year state of origin type setup, you got to pick a team that wins.
It's like, what's the point? I like the concept, but what's the point of having the All-Stars and the Queensland team virtually the exact same squad? You know what I mean? Like if you did, as you said, the All-Stars your end of season 3-2-1s through the whole year, and that's your
it's
All-Star
reward
team.
for that. Yeah,
and then your Queensland's your mid-year state of origin set up, and you pick the best players that you think are going to win the game.
Yeah, especially if it's down there.
Yeah.
You want people to go down to Sydney.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Is,
in
if you're traveling,
conditions.
you're traveling, you're not going to take a team that you don't think is going to give you your best shot of winning it.
Yeah.
So.
And look, let's just be fair about this. They should have won. Queensland should have won.
Yeah.
But
They
you know,
didn't.
just as a concept, love the idea. Just give the coach the players he wants. Let him pick his team.
Yeah. But also, you lose a game like that on pens. It's like, have you lost? Like, it's penalties. If you win, good. But I don't know. They definitely didn't deserve. They didn't deserve to lose that game. I thought they were much better. In my opinion.
They were.
But yeah.
So, good concept. And the women won on pens.
Yep.
And that's what
how
that's
good
what I
are
was going to get
pens?
to. Yeah. Pens are brilliant. I think we should do away with football and just play pens.
It should be like a golden point. There should be no draws anymore. If it's a
Just
draw,
pens.
pens. Like the footy.
How good?
That's
Did you
true.
just watch the women's game or not?
I did. I saw the
watch
back
either.
end of it.
How good's that American girl who plays for Logan?
Is she the striker
Striker?
that scored 2 goals?
Shea Connors.
I did see the goals, and she is very good.
She didn't get in the
Team of the year.
she wasn't even on the bench.
What?
And I'm watching that game thinking,
See, that's that. Yeah, anyway. But she might have. I don't know. Anyway.
well,
Is it worth opening a can of worms and going into right now? I don't know.
I just like to know.
All I know is she's a
if
good
anyone's
player.
watching and at the
Can you
end
tell
wants to
us
comment why she wasn't in that
didn't make
team.
it? Maybe
she was
because
pretty
Logan
good.
were like there were so many girls taking points off each other. Maybe,
Possibly.
but
And saying that, they finished fourth, I think.
Finished fourth.
Yeah.
So it's not like they were, tallying everyone up. So
Maybe she came good, right? Maybe we saw her best game she's ever played.
Possibly, but
that's true.
Find that hard
If
to
someone
believe.
could let us know.
Yeah, someone please.
Let us know why she was not in team.
Maybe
of the year.
Croyd's.
Yeah,
Croyd's coached them, didn't
Fan of the show, Croyd's.
he? Yeah, friend of the show.
yeah.
Slide in those DMs, Croyd's.
All right, we'll finish off part 1 by talking about FQPL 2.
Yeah.
Obviously, good that relegation promotion can now kind of up and down all the way through.
Keeps teams honest.
Only 8 teams in, is that right?
I think so.
Caboolture were 1. Fuck, this is going to be tough. Caboolture,
Should have done the research.
North
Probably.
Star, Virginia,
Yep.
Magic Group, down
Gold Coast.
Yep.
Coast, Coomera.
Coomera, yes. Coomera definitely won.
Fucking hell, I'm struggling now.
Let's see if we
They're
can-
all northern. Grange,
Taringa.
Taringa, and one more in the north. I'm pretty sure they're all in the north, these clubs.
Did you say Caboolture?
Did.
Say Sanford?
Did not say Sanford, they're the 8th.
Okay.
There's your 8.
Well done, guys.
We got there. Yeah, that's a
Um,
lot of north side.
Yeah, there's like 5 north, and
I'm
in fact,
surprised there's
Taringa
no
might
sunny-
be north of the river.
Taringa is north of the river.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah,
There
so
they are.
there's 6 north of the river.
I'm
then
surprised
there's
there's
2
no
Gold Coast.
sunny coast.
Mustn't have went for it.
Yeah, okay.
Anywho.
I would have thought maybe even like another. I would have thought maybe 3 Gold Coast teams.
Or even like a Mount Gravatt. Or,
Yeah.
I mean, look,
it'd be interesting to
Mount
see.
Gravatt are in
the
We don't
BPL
know.
now.
No, we don't know.
we don't want the
submissions.
applications. They might have looked like shit when they got put in. But
Some like I don't know, like, and Willawong jumps to mind as a team that might be, but
not juniors, I don't think.
No juniors, but also the visa rule. A lot of their boys, I think, might be visas.
Like, surely they can't stop you from going into that league based on your squad.
No, I
from
don't think.
this
But
year.
that might have. Willawong might have thought, well, we want to have a lot of. I'm going to get this wrong. They are
Or
Serbian.
Serbian.
Serbian, I think they are.
They might be like, okay, well, we're a Serbian club that have a lot of expats and whatnot,
And-
so we want to stay loyal. Like we don't want to
Yeah.
be in a league that we can only have 2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So maybe they just thought, nah, we'll just keep BPL and we can.
No, but
we
they
can have
applied,
all-
didn't they?
Did they?
I think they applied.
This is all hearsay.
I think they applied. There was a list of clubs that applied, and it was 8 from like 15 or something.
It'd be interesting to see the reasons why clubs
You
were.
can't tell me a club like in no disrespect, but you can't. I might be actually way off here, but you can't tell me a club like Virginia have a heap of juniors.
Fucking kidding, aren't you?
Yeah,
Really?
Cut that out, Billy.
massive.
Are they
No, we'll
massive?
leave that in. Their juniors are huge.
Are they
and
really?
They've got really, really good junior
Okay.
setup.
Well,
That go the way you thought it would?
No,
Didn't think so.
Didn't think so. A lion in the ocean.
So, no, Virginia have got
Okay.
a really good,
Well, maybe
and they've got a good women's pro. They're actually a really good club.
Yeah.
Just their first team haven't been great.
The women have gone into the NPL now as well.
Yeah, they were one
Potentially?
of the 2. I think
Yeah.
it was
They've got a
them two,
great.
Olympic
I know
and City.
they've got a pretty cool little setup. Like I know they haven't got a massive
Yeah.
clubhouse, but they got like some nice
Got
facilities.
mosquitoes.
Out near the airport.
North Devs
Oh,
next to the leagues club.
mosquitoes out there. Jeez. Especially
No, well,
in
that's-
pre-season.
no,
Don't
well-
play them in pre-season.
Well, maybe
I
that's
won't.
why. Maybe
I'll
it's,
keep that
They're
it
getting
was-
a new clubhouse. I saw that announced this morning.
Okay,
So
they're moving
they're
forward.
a club moving forward.
Oh, that's good.
Um,
That's what you need in the like any club that comes up. Like they have to be wanting to take their club to the next level. I feel.
I think Virginia are in
and
that.
that's like
They
that's,
tick that box.
They tick that box. So
it's exciting to finally have this. Like I said before, QPL teams now have to battle to make sure they don't go down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's teams that are going to come up and be ready to come
Oh,
up.
look at-
so
yeah,
For example, Pine Hills
Yeah.
have now got an opportunity, for example, to go bang, 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 bang,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and mix it with the big boys if they're good enough on the park.
yeah.
It just gives everyone a fair crack.
Mm.
If you're good enough on the pitch, have a go.
Well, how it should be, right?
Yeah. No, it's a good concept. I'm looking forward to it.
Just on
and,
that,
And
I-
how many years? Sorry, Dust.
No, I was just going to say, I hope Pine Hills do that because, like, the way, like, I know we spoke to Leo about it and the plans that they sort of have, but if they get it right out there, like, that's a club that should be at least in the
Yeah.
QPL,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
So,
No.
and anyone else for that matter, like any club who, like Ripley Valley, if they
Yeah.
really
How-
fancy themselves
How
to
long
do
till
it properly,
it's promotion relegation from BPL?
I think is it not next year?
I
I'm
thought
not
there
sure.
might have been a
I think
year.
after the first year, it's like
Yeah,
the
so 2021 no
bottom-
relegation.
Bottom 2 go down, and if it's like if there's a Gold Coast team in the bottom team, a Gold Coast team up,
But is-
Brisbane
okay,
BPL.
right.
Is that based on the teams that are, like, have won their way up, being able to, cross all of those, whatever the
Yeah, maybe there's a
that's
criteria.
criteria was?
They can maybe knock it back if they don't want to go.
Yeah, because
Again,
didn't
it was
Athletic?
speculation.
I think Athletic knocked back going to BPL.
No, Athletic got told they're not going to BPL.
Okay.
And they got dock points and
There's a bit
Don't
of
really
we
want
controversy
to
won't,
get
there,
we won't
isn't
get
it?
into that, but
like,
no, I think
I just think no, I will actually. Other clubs would have 100% been short on not paying their monies in the past,
yeah.
who didn't get that penalty.
Punish. Okay,
And I think
they've been hard done by. Say it.
they've been hard done by
Yeah.
based on
Previous
misdemeanors.
Yeah.
Let's leave it at that.
Leave it at that. But I think that the spread of clubs that we've rattled off, like, I think people are going to disagree, but they sound like a pretty well-deserving bunch. Like,
There'd be 2 or 3 who could probably argue they should have been in instead of X, Y, or
it's
Z.
8 teams,
but,
like 8 teams. You're picking 8 teams. Like, it's
and
tough.
again, whether we think Mount Gravatt have got great history, and I'm saying Mount Gravatt, if anyone from Mount Gravatt takes offence to this, don't. You're just a name of a club that I knew that applied. Or the Gap, for example.
Yeah.
You've applied. We don't know what the other 8 applications look like. They might have got all the bells, all the whistles. It's now up to them to deliver on what they've said they're going to deliver.
And Mount Gravatt ended up getting promoted into the BPL.
Yeah, they're in
as well,
BPL.
So they've got an opportunity.
Yeah, if you're good enough on the pitch, you'll win your way there.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
That is fair.
So, right, well, look, you boys look like you need a refill. Probably is a pit stop, no news too. We'll end this as half time. And then we'll come back and we'll pick our team of the year, NPL, and then our players of the year in different positions, QPL, and any questions that the punters may have sent in. We've had a couple, that's enough.
There's a few digs at me, which is good.
Yeah, that's
coming
fair.
from Jake Cherry. That's okay.
But yeah, we'll answer all questions.
Coffee boy.
How's your pillow, Jake? That's what I want to ask.
Yeah, we'll be back in a second.
Yeah.
Hooroo.